All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, worshippers of all ages, welcome back to a different series here of King of the Sea 13, the international stage. We are looking at North America's third place team. This is BONKS versus 1S, and this is game one of this series. We're not going to be able to bring you the whole thing, but we'll show you what we can here as we start in on northern waters. BONKS bringing a Montana, a Conqueror, Venezia double Moskva, Daring Shimakaze, and what? Double Harugamo. That's bloke. Talk to me about the 1S lineup.
Yeah, the 1S lineup is a lot more mobile on the destroyer end of things. We've got an Ohio, a Kremlin, a Des Moines, a Napoli, a Moskva, a Daring, and then triple Marceau. Marceau not banned for this. The series bans were Ragnar and Nevsky. Ragnar banned by 1S, Nevsky banned by BONKS. So we're going to see a lot more movement from the 1S side, I think.
So
taking
a look here.
The initials.
Yeah, I was gonna say, taking a look here at the TAC map. Heading, we can already see the Marceau splitting up, racing, trying to get that early cap advantage. We sometimes see the Marceaus play in little wolf packs. You sort of have that at A. You definitely don't have it at C. How do you kind of foresee 1S deploying these ships as the match wears on?
We usually on this map see a lot of DDs loitering in the middle of the map, in the mid game. So after they got the caps and the situation kind of stabilizes, I would expect these Marceaus, like at least one or two of them, to go towards mid, help contest B. And, well, usually you're like used to see some kind of whaler cruiser north of B as well to to help support wadering B out. And these Marceaus can easily farm these guys. Like if there's a stationary Moskva and you have two Marceaus, you wanna have these Marceaus farm that.
Well,
radar out from, I think that was Admiral Tester. So
it was
Ace DR Wind is spotted in the Daring in the middle. Now these Harrows might not be very mobile, but they can certainly put out the shells very quickly.
They can certainly lay down the pain. That is true.
So Venezia sap coming in. That's very dangerous for that Daring. Luckily, none of those shells actually connect. Daring goes unspotted and is certainly going to go back in again. Although the B cap is covered by two radars. And, vision on that B cap is really, really critical. Trying to work out a way of making sure that the destroyers either can't cap, or if they do cap, they have to pay very, very heavily or go down for it.
Well, look at the 1-2 line.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm looking over here now. I'm watching this Marceau push. If I'm Dyer, having spotted that now, I'm kind of going, I got to get out of here, man. Pop that speed boost, bail, because the last thing you want to do is find yourself under the guns of two Marceaus.
Yeah, and the problem is if you're a Shima on your own, which he's not quite, but if you're on your own, those Marceaus can catch up with you very, very quickly.
Oh yeah, he's not completely on his own, but he is quite alone-ish on that flank.
So Roselia using the detection there to just judge where the Shima is, turning away as soon as they make contact. Pushing torps out 9 kilometer torps from the Marceau, unlike Kleber's 8. Wind in the middle in the Daring is spotted again. That's a different radar.
I think that is
run away again.
Doofy's. Yep, that's Doofy's Moskva radar from the other side, other corner of the cap circle. Doofy's radar kind of covering B and C from this position, able to pick out Ace Dia and kind of push him off the cap yet again.
Wind not making contact with those torpedoes, fortunately, but taking a fair chunk of damage this time.
Now, we didn't talk about C very much, but it was an early cap there on the back of Moudon's Marceau, and he kind of bailed all the way to the 10 line as Boomdiata's Daring got in there and picked it up behind him. So BONKS started down a few points, not giving up the early cap advantage, but they hold a cap advantage now, sitting on B and C, seemingly content to let 1S play the 2-3 line for anything they want to do with it.
Noob CV in the 1S Kremlin just smacked Rulk in the Montana on the BONKS side for about 20k. The Montana being a little bit too broadside to the Kremlin there and paying for it.
Yeah, our Hulk on fire and healing as he kind of pulls back to the north here, taking another 8 or 9k there with that salvo.
That is going to cause the Montana just to move off very slightly, which is going to give the Napoli a little bit more confidence maybe to dip into the cap. Daring currently running behind smoke, being pushed away by Munan's Marceau.
5 minutes gone. It's basically a tie game as Munan's Marceau and Boomdiata's Daring in a bit of a gunfight. Boomdiata actually not really returning fire, just trying to get the hell out of there, taking a good hit from Noob CV's Kremlin as he does.
Yeah.
If you look at the map, it's basically a tie game, but 1S's board position, they're being very aggressive on this 9-10 line.
Yeah, I mean, they've got A. There's no danger of BONKS getting A currently, unless they redeploy some destroyers. So 1S able to push this flank quite nicely, although BONKS are going to have to put up a fight here. Doofy is quite a lot of health here, down to 17. They might be able to whittle Doofy's Moskva down.
Yeah, they probably can. He's kind of outnumbered. It just feels like everywhere I look, BONKS is under a tremendous amount of pressure. There's just the 1S, they're just being very, very aggressive. And that Kremlin position, if it hasn't already, is going to make Doofy's life real hell, because here comes the AP salvo.
Yeah, the last AP salvo didn't do very much at all. Let's see what this one does. 11. Yep, that did a little chunk.
He got a little chunk, but he's also getting shot at by the Ohio from the other side of the map.
The thing is, when you're full health, like a 3,000-4,000 volley is nothing. When you're on like 10k, it's quite a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah, you don't want to enjoy that.
Boomdia's Daring is in a gunfight with Munan. That is not a gunfight that you really want to pick.
No, you don't want to take that fight if you don't have to, as they do get Doofy off the board.
Yeah, Munan having to just beach in this little bay here. I think Munan is slightly concerned about Daring torpedoes. And is a tiny bit stuck right now, having to do a bit of an Austin Powers maneuver to try and get off the rock.
Daring
will want to go and finish the job. You think so?
Say again?
I don't think this Daring can get out of here. The Marceau is way too close already. And the smoke is
The only thing I've got my mind on is the Venezia. Addy's Venezia could potentially do a lot of damage to Munan. Munan is currently
we're about to find out.
There's well, Venezia's turrets are turning. Shot out.
Oh, good AP salvos out of Boomdiata. I think Boomdiata realizes he's going out. He's trying to take the Marceau with him. He doesn't quite get there, but look how low he is.
Lovely shot there from Addy in the Venezia. Gets
Really
the Marceau
nice
down
shot,
to 6,
but
4,
Munan
3.
Munan away for the moment. Here comes more Venezia shells. Munan is still lit. Even just one of those shells impacting at the right time. No, he turns out and dodges most of it.
Yeah, but the thing is,
the Kremlin shells. Monty.
If you're spotted when the shells are in the air, like when the shells are fired, if you're spotted, they're going to be accurate, right? So it doesn't matter if you go unspotted while they're in the air; they can still hit you.
Still, it's a 2-ship lead for 1S. We're only 8 minutes into this game, and 1S is kind of getting a little dangerously close to a victory here, up almost 300 points.
Daya actually took a top as well. Or 1B.
Yeah, I would say 1S are currently applying a lot of pressure, but this CCAP could go
Raptor's
wrong
going
very
down.
quickly.
Conqueror over on the 4 line is going down. He's getting double teamed by the Marceaus. The Des Moines is chipping in. It's only a matter of time before he goes off the board.
Yeah, that is going to be 3 ships down for BONKS. That is not good news for the NA team.
No. And there goes Dyer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty
No
much all over here
yet.
for BONKS.
Yeah,
they're pushed off all the caps, and 1S, like most of their, other than Munan's Marceau, most of their ships are very, very healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. 896. We're about to see the 900 point threshold crossed here. With it's going to be 3 caps shortly. There's absolutely nothing BONKS can do. This has been a bit of a one-sided game.
No, it's been pretty one-sided. I'm a little surprised. I think maybe we watched BONKS play a lot of good games on this map in the NA bracket, but I will say that you're definitely seeing some of the differences in server philosophies, regional philosophies, let's say, in terms of how you approach the game, because most of the games that we saw in NA were not this aggressive this quickly, as they do claim a kill back there, picking up the Napoli.
912 points just passed for 1S. No caps, no points income for Bonks. They are surrounded. They've got these two nasty little Marceaus up behind them. The problem is when a Marceau gets around behind you, you've either got to just take it on the chin repeatedly, or turn your turrets, in which case you can't shoot anything else.
Yep. The Marceaus are just filthy once they're in the backfield, and they're working the AB line here, playing behind R-Hulk and Tester. There goes Tester. That's the game. 1S looking really good today, stats, as they claim game number 1 here on Northern Waters.
Yeah, it's a shame we're not going to see the rest of that series. We did want to we had the time to bring you one game from this series, so we decided to. But sadly, we're not going to see the rest of this series. I wish Bonks all the best. I do hope that they level up, go 1-1, because that would be very exciting. But 1S looking really strong there.
All right, let's head back to the studio and get lined up for our next match, which I believe is coming up in just a few minutes.